football. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I'm going to walk through the ring in Japan to give you guys this world-class boxing talk. This is the Canelo Alvarez versus John Ryder post-fight review. And the result of the fight, as many expected, is a Canelo victory, but not a Canelo victory like most thought. Most thought Canelo was just going to come in here and fold up John Ryder, and they really thought this was going to be an easy fight for him. They really thought that he was going to look great and get a knockout and entertain the Mexican fans with a big early knockout. And as I told you guys many times, stylistically, this is going to be a very difficult fight for Canelo. And it didn't start off that way. Like, I'll be honest, it didn't start off as a stylistically difficult fight for Canelo, because John Ryder, early in the fight, I thought, he got off to a very slow start. Canelo's advantages in hand speed were very clear. Ryder was very hesitant to throw the jab because he was very weary of the counter. And Canelo won the battle of foot positioning early, so he was able to get himself in line for what they call in boxing the southpaw killer. When you're orthodox fighter fighting a southpaw, the southpaw killer is a straight right hand. And more importantly, with Ryder being a southpaw, when you're a southpaw, your liver's right in the front rather than in the back. So Canelo did a great job early on in the fight, I thought, of landing that left hook to the body and taking some gas out the tank of Ryder early, which prevented him from pushing Canelo off on the back foot. So Canelo was able to bank a lot of the early rounds, right? But then what wound up happening was, I think it was like round 5, Canelo caught Ryder with a big 1-2 down the middle and dropped John Ryder, which is, at 168, very, very hard to do. So it shows you Canelo's still at 168 a top grade fighter. But then what I feared would happen to Canelo, and why I wasn't so quick to write off John Ryder, and now like the camera's all blurry because of the rain, but the reason why I wasn't so quick to write off John Ryder is because he's a second half fighter. He's a second half fighter, meaning that he's a fighter that gets stronger as the fight goes on. And that's exactly what happened. If you guys go look at like round 9, and my bad, but if you guys go and you look at round 9, I'm gonna hang under this bridge right here. I'm gonna hang under this bridge because we can't be wiping the camera off. But if you go to like round 9, where basically John Ryder got hurt. He got hurt again, bleeding. Canelo's completely rearranging his face, making him look like a jack-o'-lantern. And it looked like it was going to be a routine stoppage for Canelo Alvarez, but that's actually where John Ryder bit down on his gum shield. And when it looked like, when he was in his deepest, darkest place, when shit hit the fan for him, what did he do? He behaved like a fighter, and he fought from that point on, from the round 9 when he got hurt and it looked like he was going to get stopped. He pretty much bossed the rest of the fight. The end of round 9, round 10, round 11, and round 12, I thought John Ryder won the rounds. And I thought that John Ryder, although he did lose the fight, because let's be honest, let's be unbiased here, as good as he did in the second half of the fight, there's levels in boxing, and Canelo is just a more talented fighter than John Ryder. But John Ryder definitely improved tonight more than ever that he belonged, because all the talk going into this fight was that John Ryder wasn't a credible top 10 super middleweight, that he didn't deserve this fight, that he was a cherry pick. And I've told you guys for a while, John Ryder is the most underrated 168 pounder in the world. And I've also said to you guys that a lot of fighters, when they fight Canelo, especially the ones from the UK, they come with the mentality to outbox Canelo. John Ryder didn't do that. John Ryder gave everything of himself, and he tried to legitimately hurt Canelo, and he did. In that 9th round, he landed a left hand that caused swelling all over the right eye of Canelo. And it's been a long time. I know Bivol beat Canelo and was able to hit him with some nice sharp punches, but even apart from Bivol, like, it's been a long time since we've seen somebody really step to Canelo like that and punch him in his shit. And John Ryder, I think, is probably one of the only guys you could really say in Canelo's entire career at the top level has fought a fight on the front foot, been the aggressor, pushed him back, and beat him. I mean, Golovkin, for all the talk of Golovkin being a big knockout artist, Golovkin didn't like fight on the front foot nearly as much and nearly as well as John Ryder did. So I think there has to be a big amount of credit given to Ryder, because he's been disrespected his whole career, and on this night he showed that he actually showed the people like the essence of boxing and what it's about. And the essence of boxing and what it's about is yes, it's to win titles, yes, it's to leave a legacy, but it's very easy to dish it out. It's very easy to beat the shit out of somebody, but when those bullets come back, when you get taken to those deep dark places, that's really going to show you your character. You know, a fighter can be as talented as he wants, and we've seen Canelo fight some guys who are more talented than John Ryder, i.e. Caleb Plant. But when they got taken to those deep dark places, they wanted to be friends with Canelo in the ring, and they wanted to, and they folded. John Ryder may not have the skills or the talent of a Caleb Plant, or even a Billy Joe Saunders, but he clearly showed tonight that he has the one thing that a lot of those guys lack, and that's a lot of heart, a lot of determination, and a lot of gumption. And I just hope people universally give him the respect that he's deserved for a while, because the reality is, to me, this was the real undisputed fight, because really John Ryder is the uncrowned champion. So congrats to Canelo. He's the first guy at 168 to ever legitimately beat John Ryder. A fact that I don't think will ever get the credit or the shine that it deserves, but you know, credit to Canelo. As far as Canelo's concerned, like Canelo Alvarez, he won the fight, he lost the night. John Ryder won the night. You know, John Ryder won the night even though he lost the fight, similar to the ways that like Evander Holyfield, you know, he lost the fight to Riddick Bowe the first fight, but he won the night. He gained more respect in a loss than he did in any of his wins, and it's the same thing for Ryder. But as far as Canelo, there's a lot of talk now about him fighting Bivol in a rematch. You know, you guys already know, like, he got exposed by Bivol. He got beat up. And I think Canelo has slipped a little bit. I think the 60-plus fights he's had in his career have taken his toll. I think if he fights Bivol is going to send him straight to the morgue. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. As far as Benavidez, if I'm Benavidez and I'm watching that end of the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th round, those later rounds against Ryder, I'm licking my chops, because Canelo Alvarez did not look like a guy that wanted to be in there, you know, in those later rounds. And I'll tell you guys this. It was very smart for Canelo to have this fight in Mexico. Not for the judges and not even for the home advantage, but more so for the altitude, because John Ryder's not used to that. And, you know, you saw at the end, you saw in this fight that the altitude and the conditions of Mexico were kind of getting to John Ryder early in the fight. But as he grew into the fight, you saw a guy that belonged to be in there and was beating the shit out of Canelo. So if I'm David Benavidez, I'm licking my chops. If I'm Bivol, I'm looking up to the skies, and I'm thinking the good Lord above that this guy wants to fight me and give me another $1 million payday. Because I'm gonna tell you this, Bivol ain't gonna beat Canelo by no damn by decision this time. If they fight again, Dimitri Bivol is gonna knock Canelo out, no doubt about it. A lot's been made of Bivol not being able to get knockouts, but this is gonna end his knockout streak if they do the rematch. So you know, Canelo, he's been, you know, you guys don't have been the biggest fan of him, but I respect him for taking this fight, because I have always told you guys John Ryder is one of the best 116 pounders in the world. And I think with the way he stepped to Canelo in a way that none of the other guys 68 stepped to him, it has to be applauded and it has to be commended. So congrats to both fighters for a great fight. I think Canelo's been had a great career for the Mexican boxing fans, and he's been, you know, good for the boxing industry as far as generating money. But however, he needs to retire, because I'm telling you that he fights Bivol, he fights even like a Benavidez at this point. I thought Benavidez probably loses Canelo. I think Canelo has slipped a little bit too much, and I think any longer, and he's gonna get his ass severely beat, like really soon. So that's my take on the fight. Let me know what you guys think. I thought the scorecards were a little wide. There were a couple 120 to 107 scorecards. I didn't see it that way. I thought John Ryder won 4 rounds. I don't think he won the fight, and I'm not out here crying robbery, but I think John Ryder won 4 rounds. I think he won 10, 11, and 12, and he got one of the early rounds as well. So I think he won 4 rounds. But that's just my opinion. I'm just a boxing fan with a YouTube channel. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. What did you make of John Ryder's performance against Canelo and the courage that he showed? Hopefully on that note he retires and enjoys the great career he's had in boxing as an overachiever. And as for Canelo, what do you think about his chances against the likes of Benavidez, Bivol on the rematch, or David Morrell Jr.? Or even Andre at this point? I think right now, if you're being Canelo and you want to take if you want, listen, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if Canelo wants to take the safest fight possible, at 168, he should fight Demetrius Andrade. I never thought in a million years I would say that, but Demetrius Andrade's legs aren't what they used to be, and he's been very inactive. So I think Canelo could exploit that and have the best chance to beat him than he would have ever had if he fights him right now. But that's only my opinion. We will see what happens. Hopefully, for the boxing fans' sake, if Canelo's going to keep boxing, hopefully we get the Bivol rematch, because I want to see Canelo get sent straight to the morgue against Bivol, so we can do Canelo exposed by Bivol 2.0. See that? Canelo exposed by Bivol, Japanese edition. I'm out here yelling Canelo exposed by Bivol in Japan. But I'm gonna get back into my my room because it's raining out here. But you guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. Like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We're here at the Hatanaka Boxing Gym in Nagoya, Japan. And for more great videos just like this one, make sure you guys click right here.